them cowgirl, cowboy cheerleaders. We got it all over the place, huh? Thank you, cheerleaders. Coach, welcome everybody to Inside Cowboy Football with head coach Lance Guidry. We are here once again, Coach, at Casa Manana. I'm Ron Hayes. My pleasure to host the show, and we're so thankful for the McNeese cheerleaders. They've been very diligent. They showed up every week, Coach.
Every week they show up. We don't always get them on camera, but they show up every week.
They're here. Them and Rowdy really help us out. This is a big week, Coach. This is a huge week. We got Nichols coming to town. How you feel about that?
It's game number 3.
It absolutely is game number 3.
Game number 3.
And they're coming. They're a challenge. The second of the Southland Conference games for the Cowboys. You're 2-0. How's that feel?
2-0 feels good. We won it 2 different ways. Of course, the first game, we kind of dominated on defense, and last week we dominated on offense. So that was really good. Now it's time to put both sides of the football together, and also special teams. We scored a touchdown last week. So I think this is the time to get it all together.
All right. Fans, don't go anywhere. We're going to be talking about Nichols more in depth with the scouting report. We have 2 athletes we want you to meet who had outstanding games last Saturday night. And we're just going to talk McNeese sports for a little bit, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thank you, Southwest Louisiana, for voting Casa Manana Best Mexican Restaurant year after year. Famous for margaritas, nachos, homemade sangria. 6 new big screen TVs. Come home to Casa.
So there's no cars in this commercial, but we're not going to talk about cars. We're going to talk about an experience. I think it's safe to say that people's expectations of their customer experience these days is pretty low. But you're about to spend your hard-earned money, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars of it. Don't settle for being treated like you're worth less than that. Expect a red carpet experience, not the same old shady salesman or bully manager or long hold times you're used to. All you have to do is raise your expectations and then look around and see who's left to choose from.
Here's the places. These are the people. They are courteous, attentive, knowledgeable, in a word, professionals. So great prices, great products, awesome people. This combination is the reason Southwest Louisiana has voted Pumpelly Tire the #1 tire store year after year. We're honored and thankful, and our pledge to you is your continued satisfaction. Pumpelly Tire, Ruth Street in Sulphur, Ryan Street, Lake Charles.
Welcome back into more of Inside Cowboy Football. Now it's time to go to first half action. The voice you will hear is play-by-play man Tom Hafer. So sit back, relax, and watch highlights of last week's first half.
Chelston, left-footed kicker, approaches and boots it. Nice high kick. Oh, that's a great kick. And it is going to be 8, 10, 12 yards deep in the end zone. A little bit of wind behind him, but no, that was all Alex Chelston right there. Quickly to the line. 2nd and 4. Zappy to throw. Going to throw far side, and it is. Oh, it's caught out at midfield. He drops, rolls to the right, looks to throw. Under pressure, he does throw. Intercepted! Coming back is Darian Dunn along the near side. He lost the ball, and it's recovered by Houston Baptist at midfield. Motion man now. Oh, and a bad snap goes over Zappy's head. He'll track it down back at mid. No, he won't! The Cowboys end up with it! The Cowboys have it at the 23-yard line. Jumping on the football for the Pokes is Tyreek Gibson, the defensive end, as the snap was high over Zappy's head, and 3 turnovers on 2 plays. Play fake, Tabry to throw. Wide open, there's Austin Nelson, first down and more, near the goal line. Down at the 1-yard line is the ruling. Austin Nelson with the reception. Tabry under center. Quarterback sneak. And a touchdown, Cowboys. James Tabry scores, and the Pokes are on the board first. And quickly to the line, Houston Baptist. Zappy rolls right, looks to throw. Under pressure now, and he's sacked! Cody Roscoe there. Zappy back to throw on first down. Throws near side, hits a receiver. and driven down. Ball loose, and the Cowboys have it. Oh, no, they're going to say he was down. That's a mistake. That is a mistake. Tabry, shotgun, play fake. Tabry will throw, looking near side for Ross. He's got it. That's Ryan Ross with the reception out of the backfield and a big gainer out to midfield. 3 wide right and 1 left. Back to throw is Tabry. He'll throw to the safety valve, David Ham. Ham will break a tackle, and he gets the first down, and he keeps going inside the 30-yard line of Houston Baptist. A little swing past the safety valve, David Ham. Tabry, shotgun, low snap. Tabry to throw, and he will throw over the middle. Nelson there for the catch, and the Cowboy touchdown. Austin Nelson. Tabry going to throw, and he's going to hit Sutton, who might go. 15-5, touchdown, Cowboys. Tabry, the play fake, Sutton wide open, and a 65-yard Cowboys score. Zappe back to throw, throws over the middle, wide open, and the reception is made, and still on his feet at the 10, and down to the 2-yard line. I don't know what happened there, but Aaron Marquez was left wide open. He gets the carry, and he is short of the goal line. Touchdown now, they say, for Manyweather. Back to throw Tabry. Now he's going to throw deep. He's looking for Lawayne Ross, and he hauls it in at the 34-yard line. He was interfered with, too. They didn't throw a flag. Tabry back to throw. Blitz comes. Tabry will throw over the middle. Ross with a catch at the 6-yard line. Tabry to throw. No pressure, throws. Touchdown! Highshaw with a Cowboy touchdown. Shotgun for Zappe, 4 wide, and now a motion man. And a play fake, and pressure. Zappe escapes, and he throws deep into double coverage. Oh, and they caught it. Oh, my goodness. 3rd and 2, back to throw Zappe, and wide open touchdown. They hurried to the line of scrimmage. The Cowboy defender did not get out on the wide receiver. Back to throw. Has time, does throw. Orgeron hauls it in at the 20-yard line. Low snap. Hold is down and the kick is up. And it is good. Nice job by Bailey Rayborn to settle that one down. Gunnar Rayborn kicks it through. Cowboys get the field goal. In the shotgun, sends Manyweather in motion. Zappe to throw now. Going to throw deep down the near sideline, and it's intercepted. What a grab by Darian Dunn. That was phenomenal. What a pick. Play fake to Ham. Tabry to throw. Lots of time. Thrown over the middle. Off a defender and incomplete. And Charleston will punt again. A little less distance on this one. Another fair catch. He boots it. It's loose. First down Cowboys at the 26 of Houston Baptist. Tabry to throw. Going to throw deep. There is Beggy. Touchdown. Trevor Beggy for the Cowboys score. A 26-yard strike. It is the 4th touchdown pass for Tabry in the ball game. What a half he's had. Back to throw is Zappe, and under pressure, and down he goes. Another sack for the Pokes. He escaped the first pressure, and then Roscoe got him. Another sack for Cody Roscoe.
That was the first half action. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break with second half action from last Saturday's game.
Chevy is the only brand to earn J.D. Power Dependability Awards for cars, trucks, and SUVs now 3 years in a row at Billy Navarre Chevrolet in Lake Charles and Sulphur.
For the most awarded and fastest growing brand over the last 4 years, come to Billy Navarre Chevrolet in Lake Charles and Billy Navarre Chevrolet in Sulphur.
Chevy is the only brand to earn J.D. Power Dependability Awards for cars, trucks, and SUVs now 3 years in a row at Billy Navarre Chevrolet in Lake Charles and Sulphur.
Darren Martell, here we are at Casa Mañana, and tell me about the specials this week. Cheerleaders want to hear it.
All right, we got game day tailgate specials, everybody. And if you are a McNeese student or faculty or just going to the game, show your ticket, you're going to get deals. We have $29 gallon margaritas, so get your tailgate specials at Casa Saturday and K Pasa and Casa Sulphur. Come on in, and hey, How about those Cowboys?
How about them, huh?
What?
How about 'em? Yeah, Casa Mañana. All you have to do is show up. The food's here. The fun's here. Come and support the Cowboys. Go, Pokes.
Go Pokes.
Imagine life without football. No Friday night lights, no pep rallies, no band. All that time invested to teach young men and women commitment and team spirit, gone. Football, where young men and women compete to be the best, where bands, cheerleaders, and countless others take part in the team experience. Celebrate the passion that only happens every fall. Join the game.
Hello, Cameron Communications customers. Whether you're in Cameron Parish, Carlos, or Sulphur, we're glad you're watching CBS Lake Charles. If you're a Cameron Communications customer, you probably already know you have access to your favorite programming, tons of sports action, and can take your favorite programs with you with Watch TV Everywhere. Cameron Communications offers internet speeds up to 25 megabits per second, both upload and download. That's fast. We know you have lots of choices, and we're glad you're watching CBS Lake Charles.
Welcome back into more of Inside Cowboy Football with head coach Lance Guidry of McNeese State University. I'm Ron Hayes hosting the show for Coach Guidry, and now it's time to go to the second half of the McNeese-Houston Baptist game last Saturday.
2nd and 7, Houston Baptist from their 36. Another give to the tailback, and Manyweather is driven back. Jonte Jones is there for the Cowboys. Ross is the tailback. Orgeron keeps it, runs left, got some room, and a first down and more inside the 25. Look at Cody go. Orgeron, shotgun. He's back to throw on first down. Steps up and fires, and it's caught for a touchdown. Kalen Highshaw with a grab, and the Cowboys have added to their lead. Back to throw on third down. Throwing deep down the near sideline, and it's caught, and it could go out of bounds at the 16-yard line. At the 17 of the Cowboys, back to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught by Dickens. He stays on his feet. He's got a first down. He is to the goal line. And the ball is loose, and the Cowboys are on it. They're saying he was down. Manyweather throws, a little crossing pattern, and a touchdown. Oh, the snap gets bobbled, but Zappi brings it down, and now he throws deep, and the receiver is wide open and has a reception across midfield. How did that happen? Oh, did he catch the ball? He did. And up the middle, that's going to go for a touchdown because the Cowboys weren't ready. And down at the 1-yard line is Dickens. Manyweather with the carry and the touchdown. His second score of the night. Zappi, play fake, little wide receiver screen. Oh, and the Cowboys blew it up. Who was over there? Colby Burton. And a sack! Again, it's 97. Cam Peterson with the sack. Kick is away, a end-over-end kick that Orgeron will take at the 40. He'll get around the right side, and he's got a wedge, and he's to the 40 of Houston Baptist, and the 35 and the 30, and still going! And he's to the 5, and in the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. No flags. Zappi gives it to the tailback, and right up the middle goes Manyweather for a first down. Another handoff up the middle, and Manyweather spins. Oh my gosh, he spins out of 3 tackles, and he's still running. And he's still running, and down at the 21-yard line of the Cowboys. Dickens is in the backfield now. Zappi takes a snap. He's going to step up and throw on the run, and he hits the receiver who will score. Tabry gives to Pratt running near side. He's got some room, and he breaks a tackle. Oh, and he's still on his feet, and he got the first down. How about Justin Pratt? What an effort. Here's the first down play. Zappi, pump fake, looks to throw, steps up, and he'll be sacked by the Cowboys. Cowboys are victorious in Houston by a final of 51-34.
Coach Lance Guidry, let's talk a little bit about last week's action. Houston Baptist and the Cowboys. First, I got to tell you, did you realize it was 101 degrees heat index at the kickoff of that game on the field last Saturday?
I didn't. I knew it was a lot different than it was in Colorado, though.
You think?
Yeah. The humidity was a little bit higher, of course. But, I thought we got off to a quick start. Offense did really well. We had some good things happen on defense as well. And, I thought the kids played hard. Of course, we struggled a little bit with some things they were doing defensively. Us on defense, them offensively. It's going a lot tempo offense. And but we ended up working through some things, but the offense saved the day, which was a really good thing. That's why it's called team sport.
Yeah. Coach, they had a new, offensive coordinator, a new coach, a lot of new things. Could you tell?
Yeah, they had a new offensive coordinator. He came from Texas Tech, and we was trying to look at some video from the first game and some stuff that Texas Tech did. Also, the defensive coordinator was different, and they were a 3-3 stack team, but they was a little bit unconventional. But I thought we had a great game plan offensively, and Coach Hofer did a fabulous job of calling the game. And James and really both quarterbacks played well. We ran the ball well. The offensive line blocked well, and, of course, wide receivers made a bunch of plays. So, it was just a good game.
Coach, again, you saw a pretty adept quarterback for the opposition. You had the week before at Northern Colorado. You did last week against Houston Baptist.
Yeah, this guy was a little different. He escaped out of the pocket a little bit better than the guy from last week, and he made it tough for our defensive linemen. And we played a lot of freshman defensive linemen in that fourth quarter. Chris Livens was out, and we pulled some of the older guys out to get the young guys experience. So, they need to get some good playing time, and this was a good learning moment for them.
You like your special teams performance, too, last week.
Oh, man, we kicked the ball well. We covered well. And, of course, we returned the ball well. Parker scored on a touchdown.
Yep.
We didn't get any clips, which was really good. So, all in all, it was a good performance. We know we're going to have to play better on all three phases this week coming up, but we're looking forward to it.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. Fans, stay with us. We still got more show. We'll be right back.
For generations, my family's been sharing our recipes with your family.
That's why our menu is filled with the delicious dishes Mom and Dad cooked for us at home. Whether it's kids' night or any night, bring the family, we've got the food. We've got dinner covered.
Casa Manana, Lake Charles, and Sulphur.
So there's no cars in this commercial, but we're not going to talk about cars. We're going to talk about an experience. I think it's safe to say that people's expectations of their customer experience these days is pretty low. But you're about to spend your hard-earned money, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars of it. Don't settle for being treated like you're worth less than that. Expect a red carpet experience, not the same old shady salesman or bully manager or long hold times you're used to. All you have to do is raise your expectations and then look around and see who's left to choose from.
Here's the places. These are the people. They are courteous, attentive, knowledgeable, in a word, professionals. So great prices, great products, awesome people. This combination is the reason Southwest Louisiana has voted Pumpelly Tire the #1 tire store year after year. We're honored and thankful, and our pledge to you is your continued satisfaction. Pumpelly Tire, Ruth Street in Sulphur, Ryan Street, Lake Charles.
Welcome in to more of Inside Cowboy Football, and now it's time to take a look at the stats, and we're going to do that, the stats from last Saturday's game. Of course, the amazing stat that we like the most is the score. Cowboys win 51-34. First down-wise, Cowboys had 24. Houston Baptist had 21. Rushing yardage, the Pokes 148 yards to 145 for Houston Baptist. Passing yards, the Cowboys pick up 369 through the air, 348 for Houston Baptist. Total yardage offensively for the Pokes, 517, 493 for the Bears, or the Huskies, rather. Possession time, the Cowboys had 36 minutes and 44 seconds. Houston Baptist, 23 minutes and 16 seconds. Third down conversions, the Cowboys were 8 of 17, while Houston Baptist was only 6 of 11. So there's your stats for last week's ball game. And now we're very happy to have two player guests with us here today. We have to my immediate left, James Tavery. James is the senior quarterback for the McNeese Cowboys. And to his left, it's Parker Ogeron. Parker is a wide receiver and a special teams player for the Cowboys. And James, we'll start with you. You had a great night statistic-wise last Saturday night. In the passing department, you were 25 of 32 for 355 yards, 4 touchdowns. Your longest completion was 65 yards. And I understand it was the record for halftime as far as passing yardage for any quarterback in the history of McNeese. How does that make you feel?
It feels great. It wouldn't happen if it wasn't for the guys up front and the playmakers that make the plays for me. They make my job easy, and I'm just doing my job. My job's to distribute the ball and I think our O-line had a really, really good game, and our running backs helped us out too with the running the ball.
Well, it showed in your stats as well.
Yes, sir.
And Parker, we're talking about special teams. You had a very key punt return for about 59 yards for a touchdown in the second half of the ball game. What do you like best? You're a wide receiver. You're a punt return guy. Is something?
The punt return is definitely fun, and it's one of my more favorite touchdowns you can score because it's not every day you score a punt return, and scoring a punt return is probably one of the most exciting touchdowns you can get.
You also had a highlight catch in the first game against Northern Colorado where you really jumped, extended yourself, made the grab, hit the ground, rolled over and kept the ball in your chest. That's pretty cool, too. Now, how do you practice something like that?
It happens over and over again. Me and James, off days, throwing the ball together, getting our timing down, and, it just comes to you.
Well, it comes to you very well. Congratulations to both of you guys.
Thank you.
Best of luck for you and the Cowboys this fall, needless to say. We are now going to go to our assistant coach interview, and that's Lark Hebert. Lark is a longtime figure at McNeese State University, been a coach and assistant coach for a long time, and now you're going to see more of him right now. Our assistant coach guest today is Lark Hebert. Lark is the coach in charge of the defensive line. And Coach Hebert, you've been here for a little bit, huh?
A little bit, 17 seasons.
You played, your last year playing at McNeese was when?
85 season.
Come on.
Yeah.
So McNeese has been a part of your life since, what, the early 80s, really?
Since 1981. I came here in 1981.
All right. You're the defensive line coach, but you've had several roles and worn many hats as a coach at McNeese.
Yeah, right? I've been, fortunate to be here for a while, and I've coached in that process. I've had different titles. I've been the defensive coordinator. I've been a linebacker coach. I've been a special teams coordinator, and I've actually coached the O-line for 1 year, and now I'm the D-line coach, which is my second time doing the D-line. I did the D-line back when at first with Coach Tate, and went back to the linebackers when Coach Viator took over, and then now that when Coach Michelle left to go with Coach Viator to Monroe, I went back to the D-line so we could hire Charlie Abro as our linebacker coach.
There you go. Coach, what's the biggest challenge being a defensive line coach for you?
Well, it's probably your biggest challenge is picking your players to recruit and getting the type of players you want to fit into the defensive scheme that Coach Guidry wants to run, and going out and recruiting those kids. The recruiting's getting harder and harder because, the days of finding the Leonard Smiths and the Buford Jordans that slip through the crack, they're not because of the internet. Anybody can watch any kid's highlight. Anybody can, it's so easy to find their plays and their highlights and stuff. Whereas before, you had to go around the schools and pick up video and find out about players, those players that, the Iotas and the Kinders of the world that people just didn't go to. Same thing with why we got all the Newton kids for all those so long. A lot of people didn't go to Newton. It's just kind of out on the outskirts of town and stuff. And so it's the ability now that everybody has to just pick up, if they hear about any kid. And then you got social media.
Yeah.
So you doing well and you start posting, I got an offer from this school and that school, and they're like, well, why did they offer them? So then they take off and start finding their video and say, oh man, we didn't get on this. So no more kids slide through the cracks.
No more easy finds. Huh?
Recruiting, D linemen and getting them to fit your scheme, it seems to be the toughest part. Once they hear the kids do well, because you end up getting a kid that you really like, and you kind of do some background check on them, make sure they're good kids, they want to go to school, they're hard workers, and they're good players.
Okay.
So.
Tell me a little bit about your two deep chart, Coach.
We really got a group that's they're very young in a manner that we only have one senior on the D line. A lot of juniors and sophomores who've played and have some experience, which has been really good, and that's helped us a ton. On the DTs, at the other DN position, we got Cody Roscoe, who played last year as a true freshman. He's starting, and Chris Robertson, who's coming behind him, who played a lot last year as a second teamer last year. He's still second team again this year. So got a lot of depth right there.
Good.
D tackle wise, we return Jonte Jones and Marv Bourgeois. Those guys are coming back, and they're both sophomores and juniors, and they've been playing. They've been having a lot of playing time, so they're doing well.
Good.
Tafa Harris is our other D tackle, who's actually our senior, one senior kid. He came in as a junior college kid a couple years ago. And then behind him is Cam Peterson. And Cam is a redshirt freshman. He's probably the biggest lineman. He's the best looking lineman we got. When he gets off the bus, everybody goes oohs and ahs. He's 6'5". He's 260 pounds.
Whoa.
And he can run. And he's a really good player. And we got him for 4 years because he's just a redshirt freshman.
Good.
So we're really excited about him.
Good.
And that's our two deep. We got some young freshmen that we are carrying. Nowadays, today they changed the rule, and we can actually play those kids in 4 games, and they still can redshirt. So we're taking advantage of that.
All right.
Kid out of Card named Ronell Barbank and Chase Davis.
Thank you, Coach. Lark Hebert, McNeese State University defensive line coach. We'll be right back with more of Inside Cowboy Football.
Thank you, Southwest Louisiana, for voting Casa Manana Best Mexican Restaurant year after year. Famous for margaritas, nachos, homemade sangria. 6 new big screen TVs. Come home to Casa.
So there's no cars in this commercial, but we're not going to talk about cars. We're going to talk about an experience. I think it's safe to say that people's expectations of their customer experience these days is pretty low. But you're about to spend your hard-earned money, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars of it. Don't settle for being treated like you're worth less than that. Expect a red carpet experience, not the same old shady salesman or bully manager or long hold times you're used to. All you have to do is raise your expectations and then look around and see who's left to choose from.
Here's the places. These are the people. They are courteous, attentive, knowledgeable, in a word, professionals. So great prices, great products, awesome people. This combination is the reason Southwest Louisiana has voted Pumpelly Tire the #1 tire store year after year. We're honored and thankful, and our pledge to you is your continued satisfaction. Pumpelly Tire, Ruth Street in Sulphur, Ryan Street, Lake Charles.
Each summer, student-athlete leaders from the Southland Conference's 13 schools get together for a retreat. Before we start another season of competition, there's time to have some fun and bond. We also share experiences of serving our campuses and communities. Together, Southland student-athletes completed more than 30,000 community service hours over the past year. We pull for each other and push to make each other better. Just part of what makes us Southland strong.
We're back with Inside Cowboy Football. Yes, we are. And, Coach, I think I see Rowdy over in the distance, and he may be bearing gifts. Look at this.
Oh, some shrimp. Thank you, Rowdy. Thank you, Rowdy.
Now, what do we have here, young lady?
Okay, we have beef and chicken queso a la parrilla, and then the shrimp right here. That is the Bang Bang Shrimp.
The Bang Bang Shrimp, the
Yes,
famous
sir.
Bang Bang Shrimp.
Yes, sir, very famous.
Thank you very much for helping us out.
Hey, Rowdy, watch your hand, Rowdy.
Take him out of here.
Yeah,
will
thank
you?
you.
Take him out of here. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, Coach, we got a little bit of time left on the show. Nichols again, their strengths as they come into Cowboy Stadium Saturday. What do we look for?
Their strength is their quarterback, of course. Their quarterback reminds me of Derek Faroux that played here. Derek was a little bit more of a fullback than he is, but the same thing. He's a very good competitor, just like Derek was. He distributes the ball well. He's just a winner, And on the offensive line, they're big. Got a really good wide receiver, and they got a transfer running back from Texas A&M. Defensively up front, really good. Backers, I think, are adequate. And, of course, their secondary, a couple players. So they have 6 guys that are preseason first-team all-conference on defense and 4 on offense.
Coach, last year it was the key game. This year, you think?
It could be. It's the key game for us because it's the 3rd game of the year. It's the 2nd conference game, so it could put us in the driver's seat conference for sure.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much. And thank you, fans. Inside Cowboy Football. We'll see you next time.
Where were you when the world stopped turning on that September day?